Imagine opening your phone and realizing that the digital coins you've been quietly mining for months might one day become part of a global financial revolution. It sounds dramatic, but the idea behind Pi is exactly that, giving everyday people access to an opportunity that used to be available only to a tiny group of early crypto adopters. While a handful of cryptocurrencies made early investors extremely wealthy, Pi is trying to flip the model, giving millions of regular people a chance to participate before the system reaches maturity. And whether you believe Pi will reach its most ambitious predictions or just a fraction of its potential, one thing is certain: the people who benefit most are those who got in early and stayed consistent. Right now, millions of pioneers are sitting on Pi coins they earned through their phones, not by pouring money into mining rigs or expensive investments, but simply by contributing to a growing digital ecosystem. That alone already puts Pi into a category unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of the major coins we know today. Those networks started with heavy barriers, cost, equipment, technical know-how. Pi, instead, handed its currency to the masses. This doesn't guarantee success, of course, but it creates a unique starting point that no major crypto project has ever had. To understand why Pi looks so different, it helps to compare it with other well-known tokens. Consider XRP. Its total supply is the same as Pi's 100 billion coins. But XRP trades above $1 because it actually has active demand from banks and financial institutions. It's being used today for real cross-border payments. Then you look at Bitcoin, and you see the opposite story. Bitcoin has extreme scarcity and a reputation as digital gold. With only 21 million coins that will ever exist, its price reached levels most people cannot afford. Buying even a small fraction of a Bitcoin is out of reach for millions around the world. Then there's the example that often surprises new crypto users, Binance Coin. BNB started with almost no hype. It launched in 2017 for pennies, originally just a way to reduce trading fees on Binance. But as the exchange grew, burned supply, and expanded its ecosystem, BNB rose from cents to hundreds of dollars. The key was never hype. It was utility. When a coin solves real problems for real users, its demand grows naturally. That idea, utility over speculation, is the core of what Pi Network is aiming for. But Pi's situation is different from BNB in one crucial way. Instead of people needing to buy Pi from an exchange, millions of users already hold it. They didn't purchase it, they earned it over time. And because of that, Pi is in an unusual position. The supply is widely distributed, but the demand on open markets is still low because most users are simply waiting for the ecosystem to mature. It's not that Pi lacks believers. It's that the world hasn't been given a reason to actively use it yet. But mass distribution can become an enormous advantage once utility kicks in. Crypto projects usually face a huge problem: getting coins into the hands of everyday people. Pi solved that from day one. Instead of creating a small group of wealthy early investors, it gave millions of users, especially those in developing countries, a chance to accumulate digital assets without needing financial resources. That's a level of inclusiveness that Bitcoin and Ethereum never offered. People often compared Pi's approach to the concept of global wealth distribution, similar to the ideas behind Nasara and Jazara, which focus on reducing wealth concentration and giving more economic opportunities to ordinary citizens. Whether you believe in those proposals or not, the principle behind them is clear: financial systems should work for everyone, not just the powerful. In many ways, Pi's mining model mirrors that philosophy by design. A person with a basic smartphone has the same opportunity as someone in a wealthy country with advanced equipment. Mining Pi doesn't require money. It requires participation. The big question, however, is whether Pi will become useful enough to justify significant value. Unlike Bitcoin, which is great for long-term storage but slow and expensive for everyday transactions, Pi was built to be simple and fast. Payments are instant. Fees are nearly non-existent. And because everything runs smoothly through a mobile app, it becomes easy for anyone, merchants, families, small businesses, to use it without needing technical knowledge. Picture being able to pay for groceries, hire local services, or send money abroad through a system that feels as simple as sending a message. That ease of use is what creates real-world adoption. And that's where things start getting interesting. Millions of users already have Pi in their wallets. They don't need to buy in. They don't have to save up. When merchants begin accepting Pi, these users instantly become active participants in a new digital economy. Instead of a slow build-up, Pi could jump straight into circulation the moment the ecosystem opens fully. This leads to the famous number people always talk about, $314,000 per Pi. It sounds outrageous at first, but it's important to understand what it represents. That number comes from a theoretical model called global currency value. It asks, if Pi became widely adopted across countries, businesses, and daily transactions, what would each coin be worth? The calculation assumes massive global adoption and divides the world's economic activity across Pi's fixed supply. It's not a prediction. It's not a promise. It's a maximum potential scenario, a top ceiling estimate based on global usage. Right now, Pi sits far below that because the world isn't using it yet. The network is still being built. Most coins haven't entered circulation. Most merchants aren't accepting Pi, and the global economy has not integrated it. But the gap between today's value and that theoretical value represents the potential that early pioneers are betting on. The people who stand to benefit most are the ones who already have Pi stored in their wallets, people who mine consistently, invited friends, and stayed engaged. They did not invest money. They invested time. If Pi grows, their rewards grow naturally. They aren't waiting for speculation. They're waiting for real adoption. And once Pi begins circulating in everyday life, velocity kicks in the speed at which a currency moves through an economy. Pi's design encourages fast movement. Every time someone spends Pi, accepts Pi, or uses Pi inside apps, the currency gains real economic momentum. That's what gives money its power, not just price charts. Imagine millions of people across different countries using Pi daily, small shops, online marketplaces, service providers, families sending support across borders. That kind of organic economic activity builds value far more sustainably than hype ever could. And it transforms Pi from a simple project into a functioning digital economy. Whether Pi reaches its highest theoretical value or only a fraction of it, the idea behind it remains the same: give regular people a chance to participate in something that could reshape how digital money works. No barriers. No expensive entry requirements. Just opportunity. If Pi succeeds, it won't be because of promises or predictions. It will be because everyday people found real reasons to use it. And pioneers who mined early will be the ones who were there from the beginning, ready to participate fully.